Hi everyone, I'm back after 8 months. It's been an insane 8 months of work, which is why I haven't posted anything. But I'm back to finally talk about an issue that I think is really important that we talk about because it's quite topical at the moment. So in the budget that was announced this past week, Singapore did a huge thing and it just announced a carbon tax. Now the two groups of people who hate it are the kind of people that I want to be talking to today. So the first group I think is going to be the people who kind of think that this is a government grab to basically just grab more money out of their pockets. They're going to be like, you see? This is what happens when you vote the PAP lah. You get 2% GST increase and a bit of a carbon tax. It's just a disguise to take more money from us. Let's talk about the details of the tax. So in the budget speech delivered by Finance Minister Heng Swee Keat, he outlined most of the details that the carbon tax is going to include. The first is that it's only going to apply to emitters who produce more than 25,000 tons of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases a year. Now this isn't really most companies, it's pretty much only the big power companies and any other big sort of maybe like oil refineries and other industries which emit huge amounts of carbon. But for the most part, the small businesses aren't going to be affected. Even the medium businesses and large businesses that are mostly service oriented and downstream in the carbon production aren't really going to be taxed. So the price starts at $5 a ton from 2019 to 2023. After 2023, they have the option to revise it and push it higher. How much higher? He didn't really go into the specifics, but it seems to be that they're thinking about $10 to $15. First, I want to talk to the people who hate the carbon tax. And yes, you're right, it sucks to give money to the government, especially money that you're earning, and you can keep if you didn't have the nasty hands of the government reach into your pockets. At the end of the day, we kind of have to pay a price for living on Earth because none of the resources that we get are free. Furthermore, none of the things that we do on this Earth really have no impact. So it does make sense for us to kind of be charged for what we're doing so that somebody else can clean it up. Say for example, you litter on the street, you gotta pay somebody else to clean that up because we don't live without an impact on this planet. Now, if you're not convinced by this, and I don't really think it's a strong argument, consider this. The carbon tax will hit those who pollute the most, and if you're one of them, then you deserve to be charged for your pollution. And if you're not one of them, then you aren't really hit that hard, and it helps that other people who are doing more polluting are actually getting charged more than you are. Now, I kind of want to give an analogy or an example to illustrate what I mean. So say for example, you live in a community that lives around a big trash dump. Now everyone puts their trash into the dump, obviously, and all the benefits and costs of this trash dump are shared among all the houses equally. Say for example, it's really smelly in the dump. Every single house gets affected by the smell that's emanating from it. But say for example, you're one of the people who puts less trash into the dump than everyone else. You live here and you only put in a little bit. Everybody else who lives in these big houses puts in a lot more. Now everyone gets the same bad smell that emanates from the dump, but you are less responsible for this smell. So if everyone were to be charged for their inputs into this sort of problem center, these 5 houses would be charged more and you'd be charged less. So you would in effect be benefiting from this tax because these people are now incentivized by the charge to reduce the amount of pollution that they're doing into this dump. And effectively it works the same with a carbon tax. Big polluters get charged more for polluting more into our atmosphere, which is our common space, and small polluters like you are charged less, in effect. If you want to be charged even less, just have less pollution. So at the end of the day, the most key thing that this tax does is that it shapes behavior. It helps people who are polluting a lot reduce their pollution or incentivizes them to do so, otherwise they're going to be paying a lot of money. It rewards people who are polluting less, maybe like you and me, and therefore reduces our cost. At the end of the day, all this revenue does go to the government, but that's not really the focus of the tax. The focus of the tax is changing how we behave, how responsible we are for the environment around us. And shirt change. So the first part of the video took a bit longer than I expected. I ended up talking about a lot more stuff in the next half, so I'm going to break it up into 2 videos. So in this first video, I've essentially described what's known as the tragedy of the commons, where you've got common space and everyone does their part to mess it up. At the end of the day, you need government regulations to kind of help work out how everyone's going to use this common space. And I think that's what the carbon tax is very good at doing, or any tax in general. So I am in favor of this because of the mechanism that it plays in terms of correcting behavior. So that's all for this video, which I will upload as part 1, and part 2 should come out soon. If you like this video, just please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'm going to be trying posting more regularly as the time goes by. Definitely not going to be 8 months until my next video. And yeah, thanks for watching.